Trust me, this is going to hurt, but you're going to love it. 4 muscle groups: chest, shoulders, arms, and core.
I bet you can do 4 rounds.
If you can do it, try it. Now let's start with push-up. Feet hips width apart. Your hands directly under your shoulders. Keep your back straight, keep your core nice and tight. You slow it down, 1 count up. Inhale down, exhale up. Here we're going to be doing 3 rounds, 8 reps each. Feel free to rest 8, 10 seconds or even 15 seconds before you go to the second round. You want to make sure your core is nice and tight. You want to make sure your elbows are close to your rib cage. Keep the spine neutral. Squeeze the glutes. Inhale down, exhale up. Again, feel free to rest 8-10 seconds. Main focus for this is to target the chest, triceps, shoulders. Now we're going to move on to the chest press. Now lay your back down, hips away from the floor, bend your knees, feet flat on the ground. Now you're going to bring your elbows diagonally, about 45-degree angle out. Inhale down, exhale up. You slow your way down, 1 count up. From here you switch to close grip. You can bring your hips down if you want to. You can keep your hips up if you want to. Don't forget to slow it down, 1 count up. Inhale down, exhale up. Squeeze the chest at the top. Now you move on to flies. Okay, now you want to extend your hands outside your body, squeezing the chest as you bring the dumbbells close to each other. Again, you want to check that your elbows are lower than your shoulders to avoid any form of injuries. Feel free to rest. You're doing 3 rounds, but I dare you to do 5 rounds if you can. The main focus for these exercises is your chest. You're still gonna get shoulder work and a bit of your triceps when doing the close grip. Mind and muscle connection. Don't forget to breathe. That's your energy. Again, you want to rest, and let's move on to the final round. Slow your pace down, 1 count up. Keep the core tight, hips away from the floor or hips on the floor. Close grip, elbow close to your rib cage. Breathe in as you lower your weight to your chest. Exhale through the mouth as you extend. Also, you want to squeeze the chest as you extend. Last one here, the flies. Nice and control. Those will help separate your chest. If you want a wider chest, do this. Now from here, we're done with the chest. We're going to move on to triceps and biceps. So here we're going to start with a tricep overhead. You can do this in kneeling position or in standing position. Bring your head in between your hands, lower your elbows and extend. Again, as you lower your elbows, you breathe in. As you extend, you exhale. This is the alternating bicep curls. Elbows to your rib cage. Bend your elbows towards your chest and control it down. From here, we'll move on to the hammer curls. Chest is up, core is nice and tight. 1 count up, slow it down. Main focus, the biceps. It's okay to rest. It's okay to rest 5, 10, 20 seconds, even 50 seconds if you can. That's fine. Move on to round 2. Triceps overhead. Control your way down. 1 count up. Good job. Back to alternating bicep curls, elbows to the rib cage. You want to keep chest up and proud. Mind and muscle connection. Move on to the hammer curls. Elbows to your rib cage. Inhale, bend your elbows. Exhale, slow it down. We are doing 3 rounds of each exercise. Feel free to do 8, 10, 12, 15 reps. Depending on how strong you are. You don't need to be perfect. Just start where you are. The more you do it, the more consistent you are. Your body's going to adapt and it becomes easy. Feel free to push yourself. Now for the weight, I'm using 10 kg. Like I said, if you feel you're stronger enough, you can use 12, you can use 14, whatever feels comfortable for you, go for it. But please don't overstress it. Don't use weights you're going to struggle with. If not, you end up injuring yourself. Keep going, guys. This is the last round. From here, we'll move on to shoulders. Ginger yourself up, encourage yourself. Few more seconds, we'll move on to shoulders. Nice one. We're done with the arms. Time for shoulder work. So for here, we're going to start with the lateral raise. You want to raise the weight to shoulder height. Nice and control. Slight bend in your elbows. Okay, inhale down, exhale up. From here, we'll move on to the shoulder press. Again, you want to control the weight down as you exhale when you extend. Stay in control. We're doing 3 rounds. Again, you can do 8, 10, 12, 15, even 20. Depends on your level of strength. Good job, guys. You don't want to give up. This is where people quit, but you won't stop. Stay in the discomfort. Last round here. Now we're going to move on to the core. For your core, we got 3 exercises. The first one here, it's going to be the Russian twist. Now for your Russian twist, sit, slant a bit in your upper body, slight bend in the knees. You have the options to lift your feet away from the floor or feet on the floor. You move the weight side to side. From there, we'll move on to crunch. This will target your upper core. Inhale down, exhale up. Here, I did 10 rounds and 10 reps. Feel free, you can do 20 if you want to do. You can do 25, you can do any amount of reps. Again, it depends on your level of strength, but you don't need to be perfect. Just start where you are and be consistent. The third one here is a reverse crunch. Again, you go back, Russian twist, core nice and tight. You can see my feet away from the floor. Good job. This will really hit your obliques. Back to back to crunch, to focus on your upper core. Again, like I said, this will hurt, but at the end, you're going to love it. My core is on fire. Rest whenever you want to. Move on to the reverse crunch to focus on the lower core. Knees together, tuck your knees in and tap your feet to the floor. Palms down, core nice and tight. Breathe. Okay, this is the last one here. Straight to the reverse crunch to target the lower core. Then the Russian twist, the last rep here. I dare you to do 5 rounds. If you can, show me. Thank you so much. See you in my next video. Feel free to like, comment, and share this video.